Hey everyone, it's Gaz, and today we'll talk about something that all of us should know and should most definitely understand. That is a 401k plan. Now I'm sure that all of us know that it exists, but let's be truthful. A bigger portion of us don't know how it works, what it actually does, or even what that combination of numbers and letters is. Yes, sure, you know that you put your money there for your retirement, but that is far away from understanding the whole picture of what that thing really is. And if you think that you don't need to hear that, well, most likely you do. Just knowing that you put your money there and leaving it as it is the worst thing you could do without really understanding it to the core. That's why so many people put their money in it and after some time just keep complaining that they didn't get the returns on investment that they were expecting to get. Don't act foolish with your money and always be aware of where your hard-earned dollars are going to. If you don't do that, that's just not respecting your own time that you spent earning those dollars in the first place. Most of the time what happens is you get a job, they tell you something about 401k, but it is your new job and your mind is definitely more worried about other things than setting up a 401k plan. So you just sit there trying to get the whole process done as quick as possible and then bang! You have a new 401k plan open up for you without the slightest of knowledge of what just happened. So even if that has happened or not, it is still best to get a full picture of what it actually is. So without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, let's try and get to the bottom what the 401k stands for. 401k is named after a section of the US Internal Revenue Code back in 1978. Until then, all of the planning for retirement were based on pensions and that was calculated by employers based on the person's years of service and final salary. But all of the risk was going on the pension fund and the employer because they had to calculate how long the person in the pension fund might live on average. So that had to change, and it did, once the Congress passed the Revenue Act of the 1978. That gave employers a tax-advantaged way to differ compensations from bonuses or even stock options. Since the Revenue Act of the 1978 was passed, workers can make contributions to their 401k account through automatic payroll withholding. To better understand how a 401k plan will perform for you, you must understand that it relies more on your choices than you think. When you are signing up for a 401k plan, you are not only just signing a paperwork, you are basically trying to manage your own personal finance for your future retirement. And to have a better retirement, you must take this thing seriously and not just sign up for anything. I think that when you sign up for anything, you are basically just gambling with your future, and I think we all can agree that it might be fun at the moment, but that could really hurt you in the future. Now, I'm definitely not saying that 401k is bad. After all, I'm encouraging you to have one set up for you. But also, I encourage you to be knowledgeable about where your money is invested when you have the 401k plan. When employers offer 401k plans, your money can be invested in these assets: employer stocks, individual stocks, mutual funds, and also exchange-traded funds, also called ETFs. ETFs basically help you to invest in a variety of companies and sectors. So now, once you are presented with your options, you can carefully choose where you want your money invested. Now, the fact that you have put your money into an index fund or a mutual fund or an ETF does not mean that you can't do anything with that money. You can change your investments if you think that you should. Your money is not glued to a pole and can be moved around if needed. If your account is valued daily or monthly, you can change your allocations only once a day or once a month, but that still allows you access to make your own financial decisions. This is a mistake that many people make to this day. They know that they have their money in a 401k plan but blame everyone but themselves on how their investments are performing. Or even my favorite one is when you have no clue where you put your money in and just pray for the best. That is not the way to go, and if you are watching this video, I guess you already know that. Now, there are some more things that would be good for you to know when getting a 401k plan. Some of you might not know, but employers can match some or all of your contributions made to your retirement plan. Not all employers do that, but there are a lot of them that do. So be aware of it, and once this chance presents itself, make sure you take it and use it to the fullest. Imagine having your employer contribute dollar to dollar of what you contribute to your 401k plan. Funny enough, this is not in your imagination, this is really happening. That means that you can get to spend just half the amount for a full retirement benefit because of the other half is invested by the employer. Not only that is better for you because you need to invest less of your money, but also it is beneficial for the employer. How? Well, because the government wants everyone to contribute to everyone's retirement plan. If a company matches employees' contribution to the 401k plan, all of those companies' contributions are tax deductible. That means that a company can subtract the value from their company's taxable income. So no wonder there are plenty of employers that use this method. Even if we look to a company's point of view, this is not the only plus that appears. Companies that decide to take this route can also lure better workers to their company just by applying these benefits to their payroll. This makes workers happier and willing to work more, and also they become harder to compete with. Now, since I mentioned taxes, it is important that we touch that topic as well. First of all, there are two routes to choose from. First one is a traditional 401k plan, and the second one is the Roth 401k. The biggest difference in them is the taxes. So let me explain how they differ. So if you choose to use a traditional 401k plan, then you will only get taxed after you withdraw the money from your 401k plan. You don't have to get taxed once putting your money in it. With Roth 401k, the story is slightly different from the traditional one. Roth 401k, you get taxed before you put your hard-earned money into your 401k plan. But that also means that once you decide to take your saved money out, you can easily do that and don't need to pay any taxes whatsoever. Which should you choose? Well, it really depends on you entirely, and your financial situation, and what do you think you have planned in the future financially. Now, you could never know what you might decide and have a career change. You might be 50 years, earning 50k a year, and then you decide to start a TikTok and you get viral and start earning 6 figures every month. That would mean the amount of taxes you pay has increased with your income. But I would say if you think you will get a high salary at some point in your life, no matter if that is a business you are starting or you have a job that has a lot of potential to get you a large salary, you'll be better with a Roth 401k because you might pay higher taxes later. If you think you will be good with an average salary, then a traditional 401k would be the one to go with. Also, the younger you are, the more potential you have to get a better salary in the future, meaning that Roth 401k might also be worth considering. Nonetheless, whichever 401k you choose is solely on you personally. It is your responsibility to look after your finance. Yes, there are people that are professionals and should look after your investments, but you have to be critical when needed and be more than capable enough to evaluate how your investments are performing. There are tools in place for you to have a better retirement, but it is also you that has to use those tools as well. Guys, let me know if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe, smash a bell to not miss a single video. We release them weekly. This is Gaz, and until next time.